preserve, protect, and defend the Constitution of the United States.
So help you God?
So help me God.
Congratulations, Mr. President.
The American Recovery and Reinvestment Act that I will sign today, a plan that meets the principles I laid out in January, is the most sweeping economic recovery package in our history. Today, after taking a number of painful steps and moving through a quick, efficient, and fair bankruptcy process, a new, stronger Chrysler is poised to complete its alliance with Fiat. With this historic vote, the Senate has affirmed that Judge Sotomayor has the intellect, the temperament, the history, the integrity, and the independence of mind to ably serve on our nation's highest court. For nearly 2 centuries, there wasn't a single woman on the Supreme Court. When Elena was a clerk, there was just one. But when she takes her seat on that bench for the first time in history, there will be 3 women serving on our nation's highest court. This year, tens of thousands of uninsured Americans with pre-existing conditions, the parents of children who have a pre-existing condition, will finally be able to purchase the coverage they need. That happens this year. I went to Wall Street and I called for common sense reforms to protect consumers and our economy as a whole. And soon after taking office, I proposed a set of reforms to empower consumers and investors to bring the shadowy deals that caused this crisis into the light of day, and to put a stop to taxpayer bailouts once and for all.
America's men and women in uniform have served with courage and resolve. As Commander-in-Chief, I am incredibly proud of their service. And like all Americans, I am awed by their sacrifice.
I want to thank all the patriots who are here today, all of them who were forced to hang up their uniforms as a result of Don't Ask, Don't Tell. Last week, I determined that we had enough intelligence to take action and authorized an operation to get Osama bin Laden and bring him to justice. The United States has been and always will be a Pacific nation. Here we see the future as the world's fastest growing region and home to more than half the global economy. The Asia-Pacific is critical to achieving my highest priority, and that's creating jobs and opportunity for the American people. With most of the world's nuclear power and some half of humanity, Asia will largely define whether the century ahead will be marked by conflict or cooperation, needless suffering or human progress. Thank you. Yes, we did. Now, as humans, we can identify galaxies light years away. We can study particles smaller than an atom, but we still haven't unlocked the mystery of the 3 pounds of matter that sits between our ears. And the BRAIN Initiative will change that by giving scientists the tools they need to get a dynamic picture of the brain in action and better understand how we think and how we learn and how we remember. And that knowledge will be transformative. I've appointed a record number of lesbian, gay, bisexual, and transgender public servants to positions across my administration. They are ambassadors and federal judges, special assistants, senior advisors from the Pentagon to the Labor Department. Every day their talent is put to work on behalf of the American people. On behalf of the NATO alliance, to reaffirm our unwavering commitment to Poland's security. Article 5 is clear. An attack on one is an attack on all. And as allies, we have a solemn duty, a binding treaty obligation to defend your territorial integrity, and we will. We stand together now and forever, for your freedom is ours. Today, after 2 years of negotiations, the United States, together with our international partners, has achieved something that decades of animosity has not. A comprehensive long-term deal with Iran that will prevent it from obtaining a nuclear weapon. On December 17th, 2014, President Castro and I announced that the United States and Cuba would begin a process to normalize relations between our countries. Since 2010, we, America, have put more people back to work than Europe, Japan, and every other advanced economy combined. All told, over the past 6 years, our businesses have added 14 million new jobs. The United States of America right now has the strongest, most durable economy in the world. Since I signed Obamacare into law, nearly 18 million Americans have gained coverage, and our businesses have created jobs every month since. Unemployment, deficits, gas prices are all down. We recently learned that America's high school graduation rate went up to 83%, which is the highest on record. That's good news.
Shortly after I took office, we invested in new American technologies to reverse our dependence on foreign oil and double our wind and solar power. And today, we generate more renewable energy than ever.
With this clean power plan, by 2030, carbon pollution from our power plants will be 32% lower than it was a decade ago. This blue marble belongs to all of us. There are more than 7 billion people alive today. No matter what country they're from, no matter what language they speak, every one of them can look at this image and say, that's my home. And we're the first generation to feel the impact of climate change. We're the last generation that can do something about it.